Good day, great students. Today we're working on Excel 2019 and Practice Chapter 2, Guide to Project 2-3. We're going to start off by clicking on the Start file to download. Once the file downloads, it's going to open it up. We're going to click on Enable Editing, make our window a little bit bigger. And step 2 says select the student loan sheet and select cells B5 through C8. So student loan is active. Select cells B5 through C8. We're going to click Create from Selection button, go to the Formulas tab, Define Names group, Create from Selection. Make sure left column is checked and everything else is deselected. Click OK. Select cells E5 through F7. Click Create from Selection. Same thing. Left column, only one checked. Click OK. We're going to click the Name Manager button. It's going to show us all of the information we just keyed in. This is what Create from Selection does. So this here at the bottom, it says $C, $5. You see that these are what they call absolute reference. Go ahead and click Close. Step 3 says Enter a PMT function. So click on cell C8, which is PMTs for payment. We're going to go to the Financial button. Scroll down until you see PMT. For the rate, we're going to select cell C7. And we're going to divide it by 12. For the NPER box, we're going to click cell C6. We're going to multiply that by 12. For the PV box, we're going to type in the minus sign, and then we're going to click on cell C5. A negative loan amount reflects the lender's perspective since the money is paid out. So we're going to leave FV, and type empty. Go ahead and click OK. Your payment should come up to $186.43. Currently, we need to make sure that we have this in accounting number format. Click on the Home tab. In the number section, you'll see a $sign. That is the accounting number format button. Click it. You'll see that what happened was, if I undo it, the $sign moves back close to the 186.43. If I click on the $sign, which is the accounting number format button, the $sign moves all the way over to the left part of the cell. Step 4 says create a total interest formula. So we're going to click on cell F5. The value is calculated by multiplying the monthly payment by the total number of payments to determine total outlay. So from this amount, you subtract the loan amount. So we're going to type in equal sign. Whenever you're working in Excel, whenever you want to enter in a formula, you have to type in the equal sign first. So click on the payment, which is cell C8. You're going to hit an asterisk because we're going to multiply that by cell C6. We're going to hit another asterisk and the number 12 because we're going to multiply that for the number of months. So we're going to hit a negative sign and we're going to click on cell C5, which is the original loan amount. So your current formula should be equal sign payment times loan term times 12 minus loan amount. Parentheses are not required because the multiplications are done from left to right, followed by the subtraction. So go ahead and press enter, and your number should be $1,185.81. Step 5 says, create the total principal formula and the total loan cost. So click on cell F6. This value is calculated by multiplying the monthly payment by the total number of payments. From this amount, subtract the total interest. So the first thing you want to do when you're creating a formula is hit the equal sign. Then click cell C8 for the payment. Hit the asterisk to multiply and then click cell C6. Going to hit the asterisk and type in the number 12 to multiply 12 for the monthly payment. Immediately behind the 12, we're going to hit a negative sign. We're going to click cell F5, which is total interest. So your formula should read payment times loan amount times 12 minus total interest. Go ahead and press enter. The total principal is the amount of the actual loan. So click cell F7. the total cost of the loan. This is the total principal plus the total interest. So hit the equal sign, click cell F5, plus symbol, and then click cell F6, and then press enter. Should come up with $11,185.81. So number 6 says set order of mathematical operations to build an amortization schedule. So we're going to click cell B13. The beginning balance is the loan amount. So type in the equal sign, select cell C5, and then press enter. Format the values as accounting number format. So click back here, make sure you're on the home tab, in the number section, and click the $ for the accounting number format. Select cell C13. The interest for each payment is calculated by multiplying the balance in column B by the rate divided by 12. So hit the equal sign, click cell B13, type in asterisk and open parentheses, and click cell C7, divided by 12, close parentheses. The parentheses are necessary so that the division is done first. So press enter. The format result is 37.5. So we're going to change that 37.5 by clicking on the accounting number format button. Select cell D13. The portion of the payment that is applied to the principal is calculated by subtracting the interest portion from the payment. So hit the equal sign, click cell C8, type in the negative sign, click cell C13, and then press enter. From the first month's payment, $148.93 is applied to the principal and $37.50 is interest. So click on cell E13. The total payment is the interest portion here plus the principal portion here. So hit the equal sign. I'm going to click on cell C13, which is the interest, plus cell D14, which is the principal, and then we're going to press enter. So the value you have should match the one that's in cell C8 for the payment. Select cell F13. The ending balance is the beginning balance minus the principal amount. The interest is part of the cost of the loan. So in order to do that, you have to hit equals. We're going to click on cell B13, which is the beginning balance, minus cell D13, which is the principal paid, and we're going to press enter. The value you should get is $9,851.07. So step 7 says fill data and copy formulas. Select cell A13 and A14. This is a series with an increment of 1. Drag the fill pointer to reach cell A72. When your cursor is open like this is for selecting information. If your cursor is solid, in order to get it solid, there's a little dot here. You put your cursor on and pull all the way down to A72. And it should stop at the number 60. That is the number of payments for a 5-year loan. So select cells B14. The beginning balance for the second payment is the ending balance for the first payment. So hit the equal sign, press F13, and then press enter. So you should have the $9,851 should have transferred over to the beginning balance here. So double click the fill pointer for cell B14. This is the fill pointer. I double click. The results are 0, displayed as a hyphen if it's in the accounting number format until the rest of the schedule is completed. So select cells C13 through F13. Double click the fill pointer at F13. All of the formulas are filled all the way down to row 72. If we look all the way down to the bottom, we'll see that at row 72, we get down to $0. On your keyboard, hit the control button and then press home. Step 8 says build a multiplication formula. So click the fees and credit tab and press cell F7. Credit hours times number of sections times the fee calculates the total fees from a course. So hit the equal sign, click cell C7, type asterisk, click cell D7, type asterisk, and click cell E7. Press enter. You don't need to use parentheses because multiplication is done left to right. So we're going to double click the fill pointer of cell F7. It's going to copy the formula all the way down. So we need to verify that F7 through F18 are actually currency. And then we also need to set a single bottom border for cell F18. So we're going to check this in order to make sure it's currency. Home tab, the number section, make sure it's set to currency. And the bottom border for cell F18, we're going to go to the font section, more borders, and we're going to click to make sure we have a bottom border. So step 9 says use SUMIF to calculate fees by department. Select cell C26, which is under total fees. We're going to click the math and trig button. So go to the formulas tab. And we're looking for math and trig. Scroll down until you see SUMIF. Click the range box and select cells B7 through B18. The range will be matched against the criteria. We're going to press F4 on the keyboard to make sure that becomes absolute reference. We're going to click in the criteria box, and we're going to select cell B26, which is bio. We're going to click the sum range box, and we're going to select cells F7 through F18. We're going to hit F4 to make sure it is absolute reference. You should see your dollar signs. Go ahead and click OK. Your value should come up to 13,350. We're going to click cell C26 and drag its fill pointer to copy the formula to cells C27 and C29 without formatting to preserve the borders. So we're going to highlight the cell. I'm going to click on copy. We're going to go to paste formulas only. Select cells C26 and C26 through C29 and make sure they're set as currency. Use sum product and trace an error. Select cell D26 and click the formulas tab. Click the math and trig button. And you want to scroll down until you see sum product. Click the array 1 box and select cells C7 through C9, which is the credit hours for courses in the biology department. Array 2 is going to be D7 through D9, which is the number of sections. And click OK. You should have 98. Click cell D26. And you'll see over to the left, the little trace error button. The formula omits adjacent cells in the worksheet, but it is correct. So click the trace error button and select ignore error. It goes away. Copy and edit the sum product. So click cell D26 and drag its fill pointer to copy the formula to cells D27 through D29 without formatting to preserve the borders. Go to the Home tab, copy, go to Paste, Formulas Only. Hit Escape on your keyboard to get rid of the little dancing ants or the copying. Click on cell D27 and click the Insert Function button. This is the Insert Function button. Select and highlight the range in array 1 and select cell C10 through C12, which is the range that replaces biology for foreign languages. Same thing for D8 through D10. We're going to change it to D10 to D12. I'm going to click OK. We're going to do the same thing. I'm going to check the formula. I'm going to click on Ignore Error. I'm going to click in cell D28. Insert Function. Instead of C9 through C11, we're going to highlight C13 through C15. Same thing for the D column. D13 through D15. Go ahead and click OK. And we're going to do the last one. So we're going to click on it, hit the insert function. I'm going to select C16 to C18 and D16 to D18. Go ahead and click OK. In the top left corner of each cell, you see the little green thing. You want to click that in the Ignore Error. Click Ignore Error and click on the last trace error to ignore that error. Step 13 says click cell F20. Type in the equal sign. Type in TO. Press Tab. Press Enter. Press Control Home on the keyboard. Step 14 says paste range names. So click the new sheet button. This is the new sheet button. Name the new sheet range names. Right click on the new sheet, select rename, and you're going to change it to range names. Going to press F3. Click A1 cell and press F3. The paste names dialog box pops up. Click paste list. We're going to auto fit columns A and B, so make sure your cursor is a downward facing black arrow. Highlight column A, highlight column B. To auto fit, you click between cells B and C. Go ahead and save and close the document. Click on Upload My File. Out of 30 out of 30. If you have any questions, you have my office number, you have my cell phone number, give me a call.